Britons.
Okay, so this is Britain, in fact. Okay.
I'm not sure what ATE should do. I don't remember if it does a crossbow rush or knights or a flush or what.
Yeah, it does have a lot of various strategies, so it's already hard to predict what it's gonna do.
Valkyrie warrior usually goes for skirmishers, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So that could be in its favor. Encourage Alliance ThundaEmpire to make archers.
Yeah. And of course, being Britain is fine.
Skirmishers are better too, with the team bonus.
Yep. Now let's hope that Valkyrie can find its resources quite fast enough. It did find its boar. Two ships.
There goes spore hunting.
Yeah, already. Okay, villagers are back to the TC.
Good spot.
Yep. Okay, there is...
ATE hasn't started spore hunting, obviously. Okay. Blue has a far lumber camp.
Pretty far, in fact.
That spot.
Something which is really easier to figure out for AIs with the user patch 1.5 to detect the closest forest, of course.
I remember what people used to do back in 1.0C. I think the most common strategy was to figure out how many game seconds it took to find a forest. So if it took 10 seconds to find the forest, assume that the forest is close. If it was 15 seconds, assume it's like medium distance. And 20 seconds to assume it's far or something like that.
Wow.
And then you would just set the camp distance based on that time.
Okay, that's funny. I didn't know that. It's kind
That's
of
what a lot
archaic.
of AIs did. Yeah. That's what you had to do back in those days. You had to be creative like that. And I'm guessing that AllianceThundaEmpire doesn't use that.
Okay.
Or had bad scouting. Alright, we got Valkyrie Warrior to the Feudal Age.
Yeah, already in a decent time. It goes for the 2 archer range as expected.
Yep, looks like it's still looking for 2 of its sheep. We found them now.
Oh, yep. Well, I have to say that the strategy selected by Valkyrie Warrior is all about the electricity's choice. What I did for this AI is just to fix some issues and lately to make it less passive. It's what we should see in this game. Of course, Valkyrie needs to find its opponent before any attempt. I'm not sure it already did find its opponent.
Looks like it has.
Oh yes,
so
it did.
good.
It did, yeah. Okay, and it's attempting a first attack that it wouldn't do in the previous version.
And looks like blue has skirmishers to defend.
Yep.
Not as many.
Not that many. In fact, it's actually 17 versus 4.
Camp. That lumber camp was definitely not a good spot.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go, and Valkyrie Warrior has a retreat from the town center. That's good.
Yeah, it's what we can expect from user patch AI, of course.
Yep.
Well, I would say that the second lumber camp of blue is, of course, is better than the previous one, but it's still exposed. So I'm scared that...
It'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of scary. Both of the lumber camp spots are vulnerable to those skirmishers. It'd be nice if blue built its lumber camp on the west corner, the left corner.
Definitely,
There's
yeah.
a nice forest right there.
Yeah, because just because of this, I think that AT is already losing this game. I noticed that red doesn't have fletching for some reasons. probably electricity's fault, not mine.
Meanwhile, blue has both the fletching and the padded archer armor, but it's not going to help at all.
Yeah.
Those villagers are just wandering back and forth, and it says grr, grr.
Okay, padded archer armor is researched before fletching. That's not good.
No.
Well, it's GG man already.
Yep.
74 units versus 40. And okay, red is close to research castle age. Yeah, 27 minutes. I would say that it's not a bad time. It could have been better because red was never attacked. Maybe it ran too many skirmishers in this point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's GG at this point.
Yeah.
One other reason is that blue has no gold and no wood to build a mining camp, so it's never going to reach the castle age.
Yeah. Okay, let's say that it's already GG anyway. Let's start the 4 versus 4. 1 point for Valkyrie Warrior.
Alright.
It's gonna make electricity happy, I guess.
Woohoo. Would this be the first point in a tournament against a non-electricity AI?
Exactly, man. This is right.
Send him the recorded game.
Yep. Okay, I just increase the sound relative to you, so I don't know if people could hear you fine enough before, but it might be fine right now if it wasn't the case.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go for the next one. It was a pretty fast game. I didn't expect this. I have to say that I did make some tests, of course, versus ATE to see if Valkyrie Warrior was going to play fine, and it was hard games, so I'm really surprised by this one, which looked pretty easy for Valkyrie Warrior. Okay, so I'm ready to start the next one.
Alright, I'm ready when you are.
You are ready. Okay, so let's go. Turkish, Mongol, Saracen and Teutonic.
And Turks.
Yep. Oh, interesting, because Valkyrie Warrior was kind of buggy with Saracen in the previous set, just because it didn't train anything else than knights, and in Imperial Age it trained knights only when it did have cavaliers upgrade, so as Saracen it just didn't train anything in Imperial Age. So this time it's fixed, so it can be interesting to check if in fact I did fix it successfully.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I think that I just did change the code, but I didn't verify if it was effectively the case in game.
Yeah, you can't test everything.
Yep, I do not have much time for this. More focused on other stuff. It's a shame.
So Orange finally built its mill. It was lacking a mill for a while.
I just want to see if electricity is around. I want electricity to be here. No, he's not here. Too bad.
That is too bad.
Okay, he will pay
So
for
I think
this.
this match will probably be the test for Valkyrie Warrior.
Yep.
I think Alliance is pretty good at team games. And it's got Turks' flank, which is probably not the best.
Yeah, this is right. I remember that ATE sometimes go for Sling in team games, if I'm right. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember.
Alright, so we got yellow going for Feudal Age at 24 pop.
Yep. Yeah, in...
Purple's following a bit later.
Yeah, purple did have some problems, I guess. 24 population and 20 minutes to reach Feudal Age. That's not great.
Yeah, I didn't see. It does look like AllianceThundaEmpire isn't going for any flushes. Everyone's going up at 31 pop.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it can be definitely a good option.
The flank's vulnerable, yeah.
Well, I think it's definitely an interesting test for Valkyrie Warrior. Do you realize that we could have the General and Valkyrie Warrior fighting in the round 2 of the qualification stage, man?
Ah.
Yeah, it could happen. That can be really interesting. But let's wait, because first Valkyrie needs to defeat ATE. Which opponent would you prefer to face in the round 2 between those two AIs?
I think just because General focuses on Knights and Valkyrie Warrior focuses on Skirmishers, I'd rather face Valkyrie Warrior.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I think it should still do pretty well against AllianceThundaEmpire. That I did some of my early tests against it and struggled for quite a while, but I think it beats it most of the time now. But there's a lot more surprises with AllianceThundaEmpire.
Okay. Well,
so we got an attack from yellow and purple. Yep. Teal has a tower that's defending.
Yeah.
And gray is in the castle age. So maybe not the best start for either attack.
Okay, already one knight which is gonna kill yellow's army. Helping this with this tower. Well, as you can see, Valkyrie Warrior can go for Spearman added to the skirmishers.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
Deal with some of the knights. It looks like purple's trying to help yellow.
Yep.
It's an interesting choice. Might be good. But they weren't doing much for a couple minutes.
It maybe means that purple didn't find gray?
I think it was fighting gray and then it switched though.
Yeah,
but it's quite possible.
Okay.
Yeah, it found gray. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's maybe a part of code made by the electricity, I guess. Targeting the wrong opponent. Okay, so... Well, yellow managed to to counter the enemy's military composition. That's a good point.
And yellow actually has the most villagers right now.
Yeah, that's right.
I think the score is on AllianceThundaEmpire's side, but that might just be due to some losses from Valkyrie Warrior.
Well, at this point I think that maybe the exploration makes the difference in the score. I'm pretty sure that ATE has already almost explored the whole map. It's probably not the case of Valkyrie Warrior.
We've got an attack from blue. Wiped out most of purple's army.
Well, look at the kill
We need
ratio
a
of
lot
Teal.
of-
Teal has a lot of kill, but
Wow.
it doesn't manage to defeat yellow actually, which keeps pressing with trash units.
And teal switched to camels, which is not a good choice.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know why it does it. Did it detect some knights from the opponent? Actually, the whole Valkyrie's pocket didn't attempt any attack. It just keeps sending its units on their flanks.
To help defend.
Yeah, it's playing safe. Well,
Well, yellow's up into Castle Age on the way, so that's good.
Yep.
We'll need some pikemen and elite skirmishers. Get some battering rams. But it's good to see for Valkyrie Warrior that the flanks are going up to Castle Age without much damage to them, if any. Right now, Valkyrie is on the aggressive.
Yeah.
And Orange is already to above 100 villagers, so that's also good.
Well, I think that Valkyrie's pocket should start to attack pretty soon now. It does have the military to do it.
Yeah, that seems to be a good time to do so. We got some aggressive yellow villagers knocking down a tower. We got pikemen out from yellow.
Yeah, and look
late
at
skirmishers.
look at red, which eventually starts to attack. It has to face a lot of knights from grey.
Red did mix in some camels, so that will help. But it looks like Gray might kill him off, yep.
Yeah, helping this with the 2 monks and the TC. I think that definitely the civilizations are good for ATE, regarding the fact that in Imperial Age Valkyrie tends to go for pure knights, regardless what the opponent has. And the opponent can go for camels from Mongol, Turkish and Saracen.
But only the Teutons have Paladin. The Saracens have Knight.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got an attack from Gray on purple. Hitting the mining camp.
Oh yes, that's right.
Meanwhile, Orange is attacking now. That's a good sign.
Well, it was definitely time.
This attack should clean up Teal. And it looks like Purple was able to beat off Gray successfully, but probably lost a lot of villagers.
Okay.
Now we got attacks from Green and Blue.
Yeah, all together, that's
Lots
a good
of
point.
cavalry.
Yeah. Look at the orange army. It did do what I wanted it to do. It goes for heavy camels now, which is gonna be its main units. And Valkyrie,
So no bug this time.
Valkyrie is taking the lead in the score. We've got, look at those military from blue and green. That's so many in the center of the
But they're
map.
not doing anything.
Yeah, they do absolutely nothing, that's right. It's just working.
Looks like they're going back now. We got a nice big battle in the center.
Oh, well.
Those heavy camels will die, but they're gonna cause some damage.
Yeah, it did the job, I would say. It lost its military, but it did the job. 218 kill for Orange. Of course, it did work.
Wow.
Okay, we've got some spearmen, actually, pikemen, I mean. Well, overall, the military population is clearly at the advantage of Valkyrie now.
Yep, I think it's... The Valkyrie Warriors they had the advantage in score for a while now.
Yeah.
So I think they'll need to pull out some siege pretty soon.
And the trade looks fine, I would say. Well, the market from Orange could have been built somewhere else, I would say. So, as you can see, Valkyrie Warrior just trains Cavaliers and Pikemen. Of course, as Teutonic we can expect some Paladins.
Yep, yellow just has to get the gold first. Seems like you could get a little faster trade carts going. There's only about a dozen for the flank players right now.
Oh yeah.
They should probably build their markets further away from the town, further away from the enemy players. If AllianceThundaEmpire had the military, the trade would be pretty vulnerable right now.
Yeah, that's right.
But right now, there's like 1,000 Cavaliers in Blue's town.
Yeah, that's a lot, man. That's impressive. Well, I like the many rams too. I know that it's definitely something that Cheese on Toast like to see. When you go for Cavaliers, it's better to go for rams than for trebuchets. It makes more sense because you've got fast units, so rams is probably better in fact than trebuchets to kill fast opponents.
I guess the trebuchets, by the time they get set up, then all the buildings are already destroyed by the knights. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
But yeah, trebuchets with crossbowmen or arbalists, that's probably a really good combination.
Exactly, yeah. I agree. So...
Or bombard cannons, those would be fun to... You don't see a lot of bombard cannons, those are fun. Alright, but it's looking like it's going to be 2-0 Valkyrie Warrior.
Yep, this is right. Okay, let's go for the third game.
And against AllianceThundaEmpire, that's not an easy feat.
So I predicted
3-0
very
would be
close
quite
games.
something.
I hope that the 2v2 is gonna be closer because ATE definitely deserves to show something better against Valkyrie. He might. Well, for some reason I restarted the game, it's not what I wanted to do anyway.
I think a lot of the tournaments in the past, like team matches, were actually 2v2. I could be mistaken, but I think that's what the AI scripters usually went for. So AllianceThundaEmpire could be really strong.
Okay, interesting.
I think part of it is if you went for a 4v4, the half of the games would go to like 4 hours. So,
yeah, that's right.
So they probably went for 2v2 so they could spare themselves.
Yeah. Well, fortunately now we can watch 4 pretty interesting 4v4s.
Yeah. Alright, so here's the final match.
Yep, the last one.
We got Japanese and Saracens, or Spanish.
Yep. So we won't expect anything special from Valkyrie Warrior with those two civilizations. Maybe something surprising can come from ATE, let's see. Especially as Spanish.
Yep, I agree. I'm looking at their maps. They both seem pretty standard. Red has some gold that's pretty far forward, so that's not good. But its forest is pretty good.
Which
and yellow
one?
has a lot of close forest, but
Yeah.
also pretty bad gold.
In
Actually, really
fact,
bad.
in fact, pretty bad. Both of the gold.
Oh man. And all the players are flanks. That's the funny thing about 2v2. Blue seems to have a pretty nice map overall.
Oh, look at yellow. It was so hard to get that boar.
Oh wow, on the other side of the forest.
Yep.
Good thing Valkyrie Warrior took Loom.
In fact. Oh, it would have lost like 5 or 6 villagers. It can
So
happen
what I'm trying to
sometimes.
figure out is the lumber camp, yellow's lumber camp. Is that on the other side of the forest, on the close side? I can't tell.
Yeah.
Looks like they cleared it up anyway, but that could have been bad if it was on the opposite side of the forest. They
Well,
walk like 50 tiles around the forest to drop it off.
well, I think that the fact is it was more on the opposite than closest to the TC. Well,
Yeah,
it's
so that's not great.
yeah, it's definitely
Anyway.
not great. So many idols, lumberjacks.
But red seems pretty smooth and it's on the feudal, and so is yellow now. Meanwhile, blue and green are both going for what looks like a fast castle.
Yeah, that's a good point for ETE. It will have to support the attack from its opponent. But if it does, it might be fine. Remember the 4v4 with steel, which went for knights against the skirmishers and pikemen. It was fine for teal.
But at least Valkyrie Warrior goes for Spearman when it needs to.
Yeah, red goes for blue.
Here we go. So, looks like red is going to find that lumber camp pretty easily. And the second lumber camp could also be found pretty quickly, so that could be bad for blue.
Yeah, that's right.
But red found a wolf instead. A couple of them.
So both of the ATE are gonna go for knights.
Yep, stables. And blue's tower's on the opposite side as well.
Yeah, won't be helpful at all. Maybe against
Nope.
against yellow, let's see. But I think that Valkyrie doesn't have any retreat rules against the tower, if I'm right. Just against TCs and castles. But anyway, when you've got
Yeah.
skirmishers, it doesn't matter much against towers.
Right. If you do add retreat rules against towers, you gotta do some special stuff to make sure it doesn't just go back and forth, and never reach the enemy's stuff.
That's right.
Alright, looks like red is redirecting against green. But green's already got knights heading toward red's town.
Oh yeah, already five knights are attacking.
Red's got some spearmen. Let's see what happens. If those knights go to the town center first, that might not do a whole lot.
Okay, red is reacting with some spearmen added to the skirmishers.
Certainly helping. Red's losing a lot of soldiers, but not a lot of villagers.
Well, this is right.
Looks like blue was trying to rebuild their lumber camp elsewhere, but they were found out and failed. Now they're building a lumber camp at the same forest.
In fact, and look at the gold of blue player. It does have a very unbalanced economy actually.
Oh wow.
Lack of food, lack of gold, lack of food, too much on gold.
Greens wants to attack, but blue's not going to send any support. Valkyrie warriors definitely doing better villagers wise.
Yep. Yeah, the economy balance of Valkyrie warrior is clearly decent. Well, I say this, but red's economy is definitely not great.
No, yellow's on the way to Castle Age, that's good. And looks like blue is trying to transition to cavalry archers, which is not the best choice.
Yeah, especially with Japanese.
No, that almost seems like it's a randomized choice. Definitely not a countering choice. All of yellow's units countering them in some way.
Well, look at this point. Valkyrie's skill ratio is really not good, but its strategy is actually working. It's just massing units and attacking always the opponent. That way it's not attacked too much.
Yep, that's why they call them trash units.
Yep.
You can just throw them against the enemy and they do stuff.
It's definitely another version of Valkyrie Warrior compared to the previous one, which was very passive. Now it's maybe attacking too much, I would say, but anyway, it's actually working
against ATE.
Yeah, it's working against ATE.
Blue tried to attack red a bit, but didn't do much. Only had like 3 knights. Alright, red's on the way to Castle Age.
Well, I think that if I work a bit more on Valkyrie Warrior, what I would do is to change the pocket's behavior, because previously the whole team was passive, so it made sense to not let the pocket attack. But now, regarding the fact that the flanks are very aggressive, I think that Valkyrie's pocket should attack too. So maybe I can change this for the next round. Because it's official, actually Valkyrie Warrior is getting the second position of its group, so it's qualified for the round 2 of the qualification stage. That's official. Eventually green is doing a good job against red. It's eventually working.
Yeah. I think it was red's economy balance was bad, so it was late to the Castle Age.
Yeah.
And the town center isn't killing the knights fast enough. We got chain barding researched.
Yep. Well, I think that this game is gonna turn in a 1v1.
That's what it looks like. You'll need to make a bigger dent though. I don't know, it looks like yellow has a knight, a couple of knights now. That's probably going to help.
Yeah, red is dying faster than blue. That's actually the problem for Valkyrie.
Right.
And it's gonna be a Spanish versus Spanish.
Ah. Well, green's going to Imperial.
Yep.
Oh. Those trade cards are going to go down pretty soon. But in a 2v2, I guess it doesn't matter if your ally is going down. Alright, yellow's starting to get some damage against blue.
Yep. In fact, I know we've got one Ram which is coming. It might help a lot.
Yes. And in a 1v1, it's attacking the tower. In a 1v1, Valkyrie Warrior might have an advantage just because of having more villagers they can train. That makes a big difference in a drawn-out battle.
Yep.
And yellow's on the way to Imperial Age as well. While green doesn't have any siege weapons.
It's an interesting point. Green goes for champions, looks like, as the tonic,
Oh.
plus cavaliers. That's a weird combination of units, I would say. Champions plus cavaliers, but why not? And okay, yellow is good in retargeting opponents.
Yep.
It's probably the best idea it does have right now to start attacking green. And the other good point for Valkyrie is the fact that we've got a paladin civilization, which is exactly what Valkyrie needs in Imperial Age.
Yes, that is good. Be much worse off it was the Japanese.
Yeah.
And yet, there's a Mangonel and Blues town and a Cavalier that are doing some good damage.
Well, at the start I was announcing close games between the two AIs. We've got
look
our
at yellow,
close game.
red. It was building a forward watchtower. It's dead now.
Yeah.
Green discovered it, but it was fun while it lasted.
Well, the population is clearly at the advantage of yellow now.
Green has barely any military. Yellow basically has the only military on the map. And yellow's cavaliers are targeting the castle. Once that's down, it might be the end of the game for green.
Yep.
Cavaliers and siege rams, wasn't expecting that. And yellow's able to keep his trade carts going. That's also big. Be able to make more cavaliers.
I'm just waiting for the paladin upgrade, which is not coming from yellow.
No, yellow doesn't have enough gold at this point. But maybe soon. Yellow's pop cap, so it should be coming soon.
Yeah, just gold is missing. The all other important upgrades are done. Okay, it might come pretty soon now. Okay, it's
there
done.
It goes.
Okay, let's stop the game. It's 1-3-0 for Valkyrie.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Electricity, why aren't you here?
Well, to punish electricity for not being here, I will announce him that Valkyrie Warrior did lose 3-0 against ATE.
And see how long it takes. See how he reacts.
Yep. Okay,